I would now like to introduce you to the very beautiful Melissa, who had a sleeve gastrectomy only 13 months ago. It was actually the 3rd of January 2014 that she had her procedure. And since then she's lost a staggering 60 kilos. Still rocking. I mean, it's phenomenal to see the incredible weight loss that sleeve gastrectomy patients achieve. That's absolutely astounding in just 12 months. So it's fabulous to have you here tonight. You look absolutely stunning, and we're looking forward to hearing a bit about your story. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm Melissa, 36. That was me just 13 months ago sitting where you are. Congratulations on making the step to come here, because I know it's really, really hard. That day, that changed my life. So that is my birthday now. My mum and I both got sleeved, and we send each other birthday cards this year for our sleeves, because I started to live again. I stopped living. I stopped going to theme parks with my kids. I stopped going to their schools. I didn't like to leave the house. That's the bottom line. And I thought, you know what, this is not living anymore. I'm young, and this is not okay. So I came here to Weightloss Solutions, and they were awesome. And then after sitting here, I just went, you know what, this is it. This is for me, and I'm going to do it. And I was terrified, and I came out of my surgery and thought, my God, what have I done to myself? I removed a huge portion of my stomach for what? And then my kids came in, and I went, that is life. So, oh yes, that 6 weeks after, it's not fun. You know, I did miss food. I missed it. When I was emotional, I eat. That was just what I did, and there was a lot of tears at my house. I didn't know how to cope with my emotions anymore, so I had to find new ways, and that was just walking for me at the start. I just thought, okay, just put on your joggers and get out of the house, and I brought gym gear, and I started walking, and yeah, I just made better food choices. I just learnt protein first for me. That's but I'm not restricted to anything I can eat. So I eat now at 13 months out exactly what my family eats. I just eat out of a little ramekin. That's my serving, and I eat my protein first, followed by my other good nutritional choices like my veggies, because I love them. Yeah, I sort of guess I do things now that I never used to do. So my exercise is dancing. I love it. Always was like a closet. I want to dance, but would never do it. You know, you'd move, so does everything else. So I was like, no. But I do that all the time now, and I actually gained the confidence this year to go to university. So I'm now studying teaching, which I would never have contemplated, you know, 12 months ago. Yeah.
What size were you here?
Okay, so those jeans that don't drop were my goal jeans, and they were a size 18, so I was probably pushing a 22, maybe 24s, somewhere in there. Really depend on how stretchy the fabric was.
Which uni are you going to?
I'm Griffith. So I'm now probably size 10 or 12, comfortably. I only wanted to keep an 18, and I would have been so happy with that. My ultimate goal was a size 16. I thought, I'm not going to focus on my weight. I was given by my surgeon a goal weight, and I thought, oh my God, this man is crazy. He's crazy. I'm not going to lose 50 kilos in a year. And then as his goal crept up, I thought, oh, this could happen. And that did. And I was so proud of that moment. And it's just kept going. So I'm healthy, I exercise, I don't always make the right food choice. I can admit that. But I jump straight back on that bandwagon and I say, no, you didn't put yourself through all this and make all these changes to ruin it. So with the sleeve, you still do have to make good food choices, because I thought at the start, oh, you know, I'll only be able to eat a little bit of chocolate. No, that chocolate just keeps on going through. So you have to be really, really aware of the fact that we have these foods that don't restrict you. So if I eat good food, I'm full really quick, but that bad food is a killer. So you really have to make sure that you do get that help from your dietitians and things, so make sure you stay on that bandwagon because it, I still put weight on because I've had weeks where you put on weight. So, it is still something you have to be really aware of. But, I can't say there's ever been a moment where I've regretted it. Not once. Even on my toughest days. I will shop now to make myself feel better, whereas I would never have done that previously. And I think that I can say today that I actually like myself. So that is huge. So for me, I didn't have any health complications. Apparently I might have had some sleep apnea, which they informed me of after surgery. But I didn't have health complications. I was just huge. So I didn't have diabetes or anything like that, but my mental state probably wasn't in a very good place. So yeah.
And you were young.
Sorry?
And you were young.
Yeah.
Because you could have got that as you went on in age.
Yeah, well, look, I've dieted since I was probably 17. I was fit and healthy athlete when I was younger. And after having children, it just kept on coming on. And then all of a sudden you hit 100 kilos, and then all of a sudden I hit 130 kilos. And I went, oh, how did this even happen? But it did, and I thought, I'm too young to do this and stop living and stop participating in life, which is really ultimately what brought me here, was because I didn't want to do that anymore. So, I guess that's my story, and yeah.
Oh, sorry. Why did you choose the sleeve over the band?
Mostly because I didn't like the thought of actually having something in my stomach. And I didn't want to deal with the whole green zone. For me, I wanted to set and forget. I wanted to have it done and walk out. I had done a lot of research and spoken to a lot of people that had gone from band to sleeve. And I thought, why? For me, I didn't want to make 2 surgeries. I just wanted to do the one. So sleeve for me was my go-to, because I just thought it's going to be done, it's gone, it's permanent, and I don't have to worry about it ever again. And I haven't. So I don't regret that, because I did come into my information night not quite sure of what was going to be the right thing for me, and cost was a factor. But after speaking to other people and finding out that they'd actually just gone from a band to sleeves, I thought, well, for me, it was a no-brainer. I was going to have a sleeve. So that's why I chose it.
Congratulations, you've done well.
Yeah, it's changed my life. It really has.
You're so happy, you smile on your face constantly.
Oh, I do. Everywhere I go, people say,
Yeah,
oh my gosh,
just
you're
you
just so
talking, you've got this
different.
little grin coming.
Yeah, all the time. I get it all the time. Yeah.
Do you find people don't recognise you?
Yes, I do. I get that a lot. Good friends that knew me when I was younger and hadn't seen me for years, because I wouldn't go to reunions, forget it. They probably don't notice as much as other people, but I didn't see a lot of people that I studied with previously for quite a while, and they didn't recognise me, and I said, oh, hello, and they're like, oh my God, where did you go? Because I'm nearly half the person. So yeah, people didn't recognise me, and I guess that I take a lot more pride in the way I look now, whereas I didn't before. It didn't matter to me. So
have you told people?
yes, I'm open about it. I advocate it to everyone I know. So my mum had it done after me, so I was a guinea pig. My brother is having it done next year, and I've got 2 friends jumping on the bandwagon as well. So I wanted to be open about it, because I wanted people to know that they don't have to suffer with this, and that it's a good decision for me. So when people will say, oh yeah, you've lost a lot of weight, what are you doing? At first I'd go, oh, I've just reduced my portion sizes. And I thought, you know what, no, because if this person's asking for that help, then I'm going to give it to them, and I'm going to say, well, this is what I've done. I've had a couple of people say, oh, that's kind of cheating, isn't it? And I said, no,
Yeah, that's a big thing.
cheating. You will get that when people go, oh, that's kind of cheating. You've kind of taken the easy way out. And I've got to just go, you know what, I don't think eating too much by one mouthful and vomiting in the toilet is cheating. I don't think having to constantly make those choices is cheating. I don't think that when I go to all-you-can-eat buffet that I cheated on my diet. I don't cheat. I still make good choices. But people will say that.
I think a lot of them will be people that wouldn't battle obesity.
Often it is.
They just don't have that understanding,
Often
or
it
they've never had to face.
No.
Yeah.
And they don't, and they're not educated on it either. So they're like, oh, bit drastic or whatever, but yeah, I don't ever consider it
Which only
cheating.
works like they've not been stuck at home missing all their kids'
That's-
school.
That's exactly right. So
Reports
I don't
and
worry too much about it, and I
parents.
kind of just brush it off, and I just say, well, you know, you're just a little jealous now. And it often comes from people who have been smaller than me, and now I'm me smaller than them.
Yeah.
So they often are the people who, you know, I've lost friends, I'm not going to lie, but they're not friends. Exactly right. So,
Lost baggage.
oh, absolutely. But I don't regret my decision, and my family have supported it 110%. And my kids, I love playing with them. It's amazing. I love going to theme parks. I'm like the biggest kid in the house now. And I'm like, Mum, you're on a slippery dip. I know! What fit? And I'm so excited about everything that I do now, and I live, and I didn't before. So, best decision of my life. Is there any other questions? Do you want to ask something?
Will you stay and answer questions?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Two absolutely beautiful stories. That's the first time we've had both Dawnie and Melissa share their incredible stories tonight, and honestly, they're just both so beautiful. It's funny how when you can visualise how someone's going to look down the track. I so remember the first time that Melissa was here sitting in a seminar, showing her through the clinic when she came to her appointments, and she just absolutely shines tonight, and it's just beautiful to watch and to see. So yeah, this is the kind of thing that we're lucky enough to share with people every day. It's very special.